Right at the end of World War II, word started to travel throughout the U.S. that there was a possibility of an interstate highway system. This was big news in the United States as it could bring many changes for businesses as well as citizens. This new system could bring work to those unemployed, as well as boost the economy with faster and more efficient transfer of goods from state to state. Proposed by President Eisenhower in 1954 and backed by Vice President Richard Nixon, a countrywide interstate system was described to the governors of the states. President Eisenhower listed many reasons in order to highlight the need for such a system. Noted by the U.S. Department of Transportation, Federal Highway Association, the five highlighted reasons for construction included safety, congestion, court case and ease, economic value, and national defense. These reasons alone show the Federal Highway Act of 1956 was not acted solely for travel, but for the country's economy and the citizens' safety as well. Gathering information from groups and services such as the U.S. Department of Transportation, the U.S. Public Army Archives, and the University of Vermont case studies, I was able to gather viable and correct information in regards to the reason the interstate system was constructed. Economic advancement was desperately needed as the states were in recovery from the Second World War. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Federal Highway Association, studies showed that President Eisenhower had the U.S. economy in mind when planning this grand interstate system. Transportation of goods was stagnant, and production was moving too fast, resulting in financial losses. The poorly routed routes and roads of the past were not efficient enough to stabilize and then boost our economy. However, if we were able to develop an efficiently routed interstate system, production and delivery could work in harmony, resulting in mass profit and growth for businesses. President Eisenhower, although worried about his task in developing a sufficient plan for the interstate system, was always keeping the citizens of America in his mind. Serving in the U.S. Army, Eisenhower had a lot of experience with the war and war strategies. According to a U.S. Army article, President Eisenhower felt that this interstate system would come to be a savior for the people. He worried if war had ever come to the states or the states were bombed, current evacuation routes were not sufficient enough to save lives. This system will allow for citizens to evacuate from a designated area in a safe and timely manner. The German Autobahn was deemed to be an inspiration of sorts to President Eisenhower. Thanks to an article developed at the University of Vermont, information became available stating that at the time, five-star General Eisenhower had admired the German Autobahn. He had been witness to the mobilization of troops in an efficient and graceful manner. The Autobahn allowed troops to take a straight-on highway at high speeds in order to travel from post to post in war. This deemed to be a big advantage for the Germans during the wartime on their turf. Eisenhower understood troops could not be mobilized with an efficiency like that in the United States without a total overhaul and construction of a brand new interstate system. It is truly fascinating to come to a full understanding as to why this system was built. This system has been key to the development of the United States. Infrastructure as well as production and transportation have been skyrocketing since the system's birth. The system has allowed for exponential growth in business as well as our economic values. There are many key components to the reasoning behind constructing the interstate system. When President Eisenhower introduced the idea, he promised economic advancement as well as the sense of safety for the people of the United States. He delivered. The system has been backed by the people and created by what only can be said is good. Advancements and improvements are continually being made, and the system will only improve. I thank you for your time, and I hope this was informative to you.